Well lads, what is the crack with you? My name is Roscoe, you're very welcome to Drive Quirky, and in last week's episode we went to Cars and Coffee in Waterford and I came across this classic Mini that had been completely re-engineered, owned by a lad called Pat in my hometown of Waterford, and today we're going to meet up and he's going to show me the car in a bit more detail. We're going to go through it. He's actually coming out with his son Ian, who also has a classic Mini, which also has been re-engineered to a degree, not as much as Pat's, but the two of them are very interesting little cars and I'm quite excited actually. I can't wait for this. Pat, how are you? Thanks very much for coming out.
You're welcome, you're welcome.
So I met you last Sunday at the Cars and Coffee and you brought me for a little spin in the car park. We weren't able to go for a proper spin, but I noticed your car because it had the clamshell front on it and I realised that it wasn't just a Mini, because it kind of looked like a Mini when it had it closed. Yeah. But you're saying you're always into Minis?
Always, all my life.
Yeah.
I raced them, built them, had them.
You raced them?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I had a 2-litre Pinto engine in the back seat of one of them.
Like rear wheel drive?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And Sierra gearboxing. Yeah.
Wow. So was the engine like longitudinal?
Just
north south, like? Yeah.
So that was a quick go.
How long ago was that?
It's 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But obviously that wasn't your first Mini if you're putting an engine rear wheel drive in it. Like, was your family into Minis before that even?
My father always had them.
Right.
Always had them. And they're just addictive.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. And how many Minis do you have now?
Well, I only have the 2 at the moment.
Right.
But that could change. You know.
Right.
We'll try to keep that quiet. But, yeah.
Yeah, and so tell us about the Mini that we're going to have a look at today. That's your own car now, isn't it?
That's my home one, yeah.
Right. And how long are you doing that up?
About 6 years, 7 years. Because I was doing it and starting and
yeah.
You know, I just
little
couldn't.
bits.
Yeah.
And you did this is what I was, when you were telling me last week, you did everything on it yourself? Everything? Every single thing?
Yeah. Well, the subframe on the front, now that was altered. I got some of that off a Metro and I built the rest of it around what I wanted.
Right.
Know, because you just can't buy them off the shelf.
Right. So there's like a semi-space frame on the front of the car.
On the front, yeah.
But you built that all yourself, did you?
Yeah, a lot of it.
Right.
I've done about 50% of it. I got the back of it is off of a Metro. And then the front of it, I designed it and made it up to suit. Yeah,
but you kind of, stitched it all together into one thing and then attached it to the car.
To make it work, yeah.
And you know what I always wondered about, like semi-space frame in a car, you know, how does it actually attach onto the firewall and like kind of make the whole thing solid?
Well, on the Minis have 2 big bolts going down through it that hold on the original Mini subframe.
Right.
So they are used in that one. And then I have plates under the floor, going back under the floor, that's the 12 bolts hold it onto the floor as well.
Right.
So that's all you need, really.
And let's say in the original Mini, like all the Minis, the classic Minis, they actually, you can unbolt the whole assembly at the front of the car. Like the
subframe out of it, yeah.
Oh, right, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, you can take out that.
Right. So it's not like a normal monocoque where you have the 2 chassis legs coming out and the suspension turrets. Right, I didn't know that.
You can bolt the whole front off the Mini.
Right,
like you're actually quicker to take a Mini out of an engine by taking out the subframe and the engine. Right. Together. And just lift the Mini off it.
Right, okay. I didn't realise that. I thought you'd like, stitch weld the thing onto the...
No.
Right, okay.
You could bolt that whole lot out in about half an hour.
All right. It's kind of like the old Beatles or something, taking the engine out. It's just simplicity.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that's interesting.
Yeah. So.
And did you always... Obviously, you probably didn't put that engine in at the very beginning, did you? Like, that was... Or was that...
That was the plan with that car when I bought the shell.
Right.
To do that.
You're always going to put a Rover K series into it, right?
I was always going to put something in it, rather than because I'm after doing so many Minis then. They were always with Mini engines. So I said, I need to do something else.
Right.
So.
I don't want to get too sidetracked, but tell us another like kind of couple of engines you put in Minis before. I wasn't expecting you to say a Pinto in the rear.
Well, yeah, I done that. I put a Porsche engine into a 127. And I had that, I raced that.
Go away.
Yeah.
What kind of Porsche engine?
911.
Into a Fiat.
127. Yeah.
Which one's the 127? Is that the tiny little
the
boxy
small
one?
ones, yeah. Tiny.
And what configuration is it? Front wheel drive, rear wheel drive?
Front wheel drive. I made it into front wheel drive because I put the engine backwards in.
You put a 911 engine backwards in a Fiat 127.
127, yeah.
And what kind of gearbox?
This was the Porsche box. The drive's coming outside of it. This is the boxer engine.
Jesus, that's crazy.
Yeah, because they're short, you know.
Was it like a 2.7 litre?
Nah, that was only 2.5, I think.
Right.
I'm not sure now what.
Right.
But, yeah.
Jesus, that's mad. So you're mad into doing the old engine swaps?
I like just using my imagination, see what you can do, and what you can't do.
Something a bit unusual.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
That's crazy. Right, so back to the Rover K series, right? They kind of have a reputation for blowing the head gasket on them. Does the VHPD one do that?
The only reason they do blow head gaskets is because there were cheap head gaskets put on from the factory.
Right.
That's the only reason they blow head gaskets.
That's the only reason?
That's the only reason.
There's not some design fault somewhere else?
Not
it's just
in the engine or the head or the block or anything.
Right.
Or 99% of the time is the head gasket. People don't top them up with water, leave them run. If they get hot at all, that's the end of them.
Right.
But once the head gasket, because the new head gaskets, I have an upgraded one on that one. And I think it's a 5-layer head gasket.
Right.
So it's bulletproof. Yeah.
Right.
So.
And that engine is actually pretty rare. I'm talking as if like everyone's going to know what it is, but they called it the VHPD, the very high performance derivative, and it was like the very top evolution of the Rover K series engine. But it had like 180, 190 horsepower originally, did it?
Yeah, that's standard.
That's standard.
Yeah.
But have you done anything to increase the
the
horsepower?
ECU is a bit messing around with the ECU and to get more power out.
Right, squeezing a bit more out of it. And what about the compression ratio with the head gasket?
No, I didn't touch any of that because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, there's enough power in it as is. It's quick enough, you know.
And you used the exhaust manifold and intake manifold off the original engine, did you?
After stainless steel pipe going down and the whole stainless steel going out to the back. Yeah.
Right. And the original gearbox that comes with it.
But that's, I have the limited slip diff in it.
But you were saying you were even considering taking that out because it's too much of a handful.
Oh, yeah. When you accelerate hard, it's frightening.
You can't like hold it straight.
You have to literally hold it as tight as you can.
And like it's a lot of engine in a small car.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And like there's aluminium doors, all the windows are done. It's all fiberglass, you know.
Yeah, I noticed that. There's like, I mean, a Mini is light as it is. How much does a regular classic Mini weigh generally?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. They're not that heavy. But
they're extremely light by today's standards. They could be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then your one's much lighter again.
Yeah.
So you have the Perspex windows.
Yeah.
You made a front clamshell and it's completely fiberglass, isn't it?
Fiberglass, yeah. No, I didn't make that. I bought that.
Oh, you bought that one, right? Okay.
And the back subframe is gone out, but that's all aluminium in the back.
Aluminium subframe on the back, you said.
What is aluminium doors on?
Right.
So.
And the boot lid.
The boot lid fiberglass.
Fiberglass.
And that wasn't needed. It's gone.
The roof.
No, I left the roof alone. That was in too good a condition to take off. And
not that there was much to strip out, but it was stripped out, but then you kind of have a dashboard back in it.
Yeah, with fiberglass dashing.
Lightweight seats.
Absolutely, yeah.
You said you haven't weighed it yet.
No, we are talking about getting it done.
I'd be very interested to know what it weighs.
Because we're going to bring in the two of them and get two of them done together.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I made a little teaser video last week and I said it probably has about 350 horsepower per tonne. I don't know. You don't even know how much it weighs.
I don't know, and I don't know what it's producing.
Yeah, I'm only speculating now, but it's...
Like, I drove a lot of cars, like, and to stay with the best of them, you know.
Yeah.
If you were brave enough to keep going.
I think, again, I've never driven a Mini, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm told that they're very, very good in the corners.
Oh, yeah.
Just like out of the box. Yeah. And so it's probably a good handling car as it is. But like, one of the things that drew me to the car when I saw it at the Cars and Coffee was the front suspension, because I couldn't actually see the springs. I could just see the shock. I was kind of like, what's going on there? Yeah,
there's the coil springs inside in the chassis.
Right. And did you kind of develop that system?
No, that's developed already. Mini Spares, I think, or Mini Sport designed it.
Yeah.
Which it's fantastic
right.
Setup. It used to be rubber. cones in it, lumps of rubber that the car suspension worked on.
Instead of coil springs?
Instead of springs, yeah.
Go
it was
away.
all rubbered front and back.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I took all them out because they were.
Yeah,
they're good now. They are good,
but the car came out in like the 50s, wasn't
yes,
it?
1959. But you couldn't adjust them. There was no way of adjusting them, and
Yeah.
you just they are what they were, you know.
Yeah, so modern suspension on it, which you definitely need with an engine like that.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and the driving experience is, how would you describe it? Manic.
Yeah, you'd want to be used to it to get into it and just take off.
I have to admit, you took me for a little spin in the car park, and I was a little bit intimidated, even just because you wouldn't let me put a seatbelt on, because they were only going up and down. But I felt like kind of this car is small.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's brilliant.
no.
So thanks a million for coming out. Yeah. Would you bring us for a little bit of a spin, and we'll have a look around the car and.
No seatbelt, no, that's the only.
No,
you don't need.
There's no way of getting in that car without a seatbelt. Lovely. Thanks very much, Pat.
No bother.
Thank you very much. Pat's Mini really is a rally car for the road. Stripped to the bare essentials, you've got seats, a steering wheel, a roll cage, and not much else. Other details that we didn't cover in our on-camera chat include a full race spec fuel system, uprated Rover Metro brakes, wing mirrors from a jet ski, and a head-up display because you can't take your eyes off the road while you're driving this thing. Pat extended the boot right into the passenger compartment, meaning that it would even be a practical grocery getter if the boot wasn't full of hardware. Pat's son Ian also designed and created some bits for the car, including the grippy knurled gear knob that was turned up on a lathe. It's a wonder that such a small, cute-looking car could be so intimidating, but 200 brake horsepower or so in something that can't weigh much more than 500 or 600 kilos is a terrifying proposition. I don't know about everybody else, but personally I respect the hell out of anybody who can build a car like this themselves with no outside help. Pat isn't a mechanic, an engineer or a panel beater by trade. He's crafted this car over many years in his garage, motivated only by his deep love for cars and minis in particular. To be honest, I passed by Pat's son Ian's blue Mini at the car meet last week, partly because we only had 45 minutes to walk around, but also because it looks so standard and subtle. Now, if he had had the clamshell open, I would have seen that this is no ordinary Mini either. If Pat's one is a rally car for the road, Ian's one is more of a refined version that you can actually drive every day. Ian's car also has ditched the rubber cone suspension in favour of tasty gas shocks. The space frame is closer to the original Mini because the car is running the original A-Series engine with its combined 4-speed gearbox. But Pat has triangulated the frame of Ian's car because this is a fast Mini in its own right and it generates big forces in the corners. The interior, if I'm honest, is a much more comfortable place to sit, and the car is so much more refined. In particular, I'm a huge fan of these OMP seats, which are really comfy and grippy, but they're quite narrow and small on both cars. But as we know, a project car is always evolving, and Ian has decided that his car is going to get an Eaton supercharger from the newer BMW Minis, and he will make it work with the twin SU carbs. There's also talk, possibly, about reworking the standard 1300cc engine to receive a BMW motorbike head. Now that's a lot of work, it has been done before, but this is the type of imaginative engineering that really piques my interest. you. So, what did I think? Well, again, we were pressed for time a little bit, and unfortunately I didn't really get to experience the full performance of either of these cars, but it was enough to become infected with the same passion that has ran through this family for generations. It's just impossible not to smile when you see these two classic pocket rockets buzzing around together, and I was buzzing myself, to be honest, chatting to these two gentlemen. This is exactly what it's all about, lads. It doesn't get much better. Today was something I'm going to remember forever, and don't forget, lads, stay quirky.